we've just done the flat colors and now we're going to move on to shading it, okay? So what you want to do is you want to make a new layer above the line layer, select black, and the largest pen tool, which is 500, and don't freak out, but color it all in, okay? Trust me, everyone freaks out when I do this. I'm like, just bear with me, it'll look okay, I promise. And then you're going to change the opacity. Depending on the character, like for a lighter character, you want to make it a bit lighter like that, or for a darker character, you can make it a bit darker, or it's up to you. Just kind of do it how you think looks good, because you can tweak it later once you've finished all your bits and bobs. So. And then it's just a case of the eraser tool, changing the size to fit whatever you're doing, and then just erasing. Easy. Except I find that the shading takes the longest because you have to go back and fix things and do things and tweak things, and it just takes a very long time, but it's okay. It's all worth it in the end, I find. And if you ever erase too much of something, just select the pen tool again and you can add more colour. It's up to you. Most of the time when you're doing shading, you know, you're meant to think about the light source. Where is the light coming from? Where are the shadows? Where are the highlights? But with me, I'm so lazy that I just kind of, yeah, that looks good. Okay, yep, that looks fine. Yep, good enough. Yeah, you'll notice with mine, I tend to forget about light source. Just like, yep, that looks fine. Yep, that looks good. I mean, unless it's specifically like, oh, someone wants a really creepy shot, then I'll get them backlit or, you know, full lit or whatever. It's, yeah. Most of the time I'm just, yeah, that looks good. Good enough. So bad. And add some shagginess, I guess. I mean, unless your character isn't very shaggy, in which case you don't need to add all that extra stuff. But I like to, because all my characters are fluffy. Even my creepy rabbit is nice and fluffy. So yeah, with the fur you just want to use like flicking motion with your pen to get the kind of spiky, furry look to it. So that's kind of what it's starting to look like. Obviously there's still a lot of tweaking to go, but that's okay. It's important to take your time. Don't rush these things. Because if you rush them, then it just looks manky and not very nice. So also try and make sure you go in the direction of the fur, otherwise it looks a bit strange. Or at least follow the line, the curvature of the line at least. Again, I just do what I think looks good, and that's just how I like to do things. If it looks good, then good. If it doesn't, then try again. So with the hair, it's just the same flicking motion, except I do both directions, so up and then down on at least, you know, the back of the hair. So, you know, flick down and then up. Don't have to, it's just what I do. I don't know why, honestly. And then just keep going until you like how it looks, which could take a while, could take 2 seconds, who knows. Essentially you just want to make it look like it's got a bit of texture to it, that's all. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with how that looks. Maybe add just a bit more down here. Okay. Now I find that black is really harsh for shading, so what I like to do is either use an orange or a blue. So if a character has predominantly cool colours, I go with the blue, or if it's got predominantly warm colours, then I go with the orange. So because she's got predominantly cool colours, I'm going to go with a blue this time. So you want to select a relatively dark blue, preserve opacity, pen tool 500, and just colour it in. Don't worry that it looks really blue at the moment, we'll fix that in 2 seconds. So then we go to mode and we go multiply. So you see now it's got a bit of a blue tinge to it, so it's a bit less harsh on the eyes. You could start off colouring in that colour, but I like to do it afterwards so I can change it, you know, see how I like it, see how it looks. I just like to start colouring in black, I don't know, it's just a weird thing that I do, I suppose. So then we're going to add some highlights. So we go new layer, we go overlay, and we go white, and the pen tool, around 80 to 100, and then flick, 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 and then fix it up if you need to, if you don't like it, or you don't like the shape that it made, or whatever, doesn't matter. Then you go to the eraser tool, click the softest setting, which is this one, edge shape, and then go about 200, and in a circular motion just get rid of those weird edges. Now because I don't like the way that that shape is going, I'd rather it be going that way, I'm going to do it again. So new layer, overlay, white, pen tool. We're going to do that again. Sometimes it takes a few tries, you know, if you don't like something then you just do it again. Eraser, get rid of the harsh edges. There we go, that's a bit better. And you know, rotate if you need to, if that's easier for you. Basically at the end of the day, do whatever's easiest for you. Do whatever's easiest for you, whatever you find most comfortable, whatever you like doing, then just do that. Now normally if a character has an eye, I would make another new layer on top of everything else, get the white pen at about, I don't know, 25-ish, and make some highlights on the eye, just like 1, 2, 3. And if they have a nose, you know, I'll pretend this purple is a nose because you won't see it on here, but just 1, 2, flick, and then 1. Just follow the shape of the nose and that'll be fine. Go away. Go away. Now, because she doesn't have an eye, we're going to get rid of that. But instead, what I'm going to do, because I'm going to make it kind of creepy and Halloweeny, I'll show you how to do like a lumosity kind of glowing effect to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go lumosity, and we're going to get a light pink and the airbrush tool. Again, this, you don't have to do this if your character doesn't have a glowing eye or it's not Halloween or whatever, it's up to you. And then just airbrush around it, get the soft tool and erase some of the middle of it. And then get a white airbrush and just kind of about 80 around to give it a bit more of a glow. And again, erase a bit of the inside. Just make that a bit bigger. It's easier when, you know, your character actually has an eye. I can't stress that enough. I made this really difficult for myself when I designed it without an eye. Oh well, whatever. I'm just going to add a bit more pink around it. Just blend it a bit with the water tool. And erase a little bit. And it gives a bit of a glowing effect. I mean, there are better tutorials on like DeviantArt and for Affinity and whatnot, but that's just how I do it because that's just how I've known how to do it, I guess. So that's fine. So then you're going to erase all the other junk. Again, how you do the color, you select on the outside, and then you select the layer that you want to delete. Everything in the selected layer, delete. On Psi, it's just D, letter D, and that'll delete everything. Now how I do my backgrounds, you go select, invert, selection, increment, and then just keep going until your desired border width. So that's about right. That's okay. So I do a black one and then a white one. So we go bucket, we go black, and we do increment, then we do a white one. Obviously you can't see it because it's a white background. I use the For Affinity grey bluey colour for my backgrounds just because, I don't know, it blends nicely. And then you've got your headshot. So then I'm going to sign it first before I do anything else. So white, pen, size 10, change the stabilizer, zoom in. And love heart. All my drawings are drawn with love. Then you're going to crop your selection, like so. Crop to selection, and then again, do one side and then the other. Make your life a bit easier. Make sure you save it, otherwise you might lose everything. That has happened to me before, don't even get me started. Okay, then I change the resolution to about 1200. That. Just because For Affinity has a limit. So that's it at 100% zoom. So that's how I do it. It's pretty easy and straightforward, so hopefully you learnt something. If you have any questions, just, you know, ask me anytime you want. I don't mind, on my For Affinity or whatever. So thank you for watching. Sorry that you took so long, and sorry that I blabber, but, you know, whatever. As long as you enjoyed it. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!